Okay everyone, so it's time to solve another CSES problem, and today we will be solving stick lengths. So let's read the problem statement. There are n sticks with some lengths. Your task is to modify sticks so that each stick has the same length. You can either lengthen or shorten each stick. Both operations cost x, where x is the difference between the new and original length. What is the minimum total cost? Okay, so we have to make it so that all of the sticks have the same length and minimize the cost. Hmm. Okay. So what is the best match for a stick? That is what I'm thinking, in order to minimize the cost. Of course, we can brute force this, try all possible ways, but that would definitely be a TLE. And so there must be an optimal way of doing this. For example, let's try to run this test case. Okay, so here we have this test case. So for this one, let's just write this in sorted order 3, 5. So in this we can see the central element is 2. So if I have to create this, convert all of these into length of 2, then for 1 the cost of converting it will be 1, since 2 minus 1 is 1. For 3 the cost will also be 1. For 5 the cost will be 3. But is this how it's supposed to be done? Like, try to convert the whole list into a central element. Let's try another test case. So for example 5, and for that we have 4, 3, 5, 6, 6. And if we write this in sorted order 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and in this case okay, so for this case, let's assume if we convert it into 5, for 3 the cost will be 2, for 4 it will be 1, for 6 it's going to be 1, and for the other 6 it's going to be 1. So the total in this case is 5, and let's try to convert all the values into 6. So for 4 the cost will be 2, for 3, the constant will be 3. Okay, I can already see it's going to be greater than. For this, it's going to be 1. So here the total is 6. So I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to be done. Like I've just tried 2 test cases. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's take another test case. Something like 111. Actually, wait. Each stick has the same length. Okay. So it doesn't say that the length should be something that is part of the list. And we have to keep the cost to a minimum. So could it be that the length should be average of the list, the optimal length? Let's try this one. Hmm. Hmm. How to keep the cost to a minimum? Okay, so let's just try this approach. Like there is nothing else that comes to my mind. Okay, for this, okay, so int n, take the input and create a vector in nums of size n, and then for int I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, same nums of I. So we have taken the input. Okay, so now we will sort the elements. Nums dot begin, nums dot end, and mid. Yes, actually, yes, it should be median, right? The middle element. So let me check the constraints once. Okay, so the size can be 1 but not 0. Okay, so if nums dot size, if the size is odd, then it is simply nums n by 2. Else it will be for even number of elements, the formula of median is this, right? Nums n by 2 minus 1 plus nums of n minus 1 by 2 upon 2. Right, so I think this is the formula for median for even number of elements. Okay, so now that is done, now that we have the median, so int cost, initial cost 0 for int e of nums cost plus equal to absolute value of e minus median, right? And then we will print the cost. Not this. So okay, so it works for odd number of elements, but the main thing that we need to check if it works for even number of elements. So what should be a good test case? By the way, writing good test cases as a programmer, like writing good tests also make you a good programmer, I guess. Said no one ever. I don't know if that is true. Okay, so in this case, what should be the best answer? 2 plus 1 plus 6, 9. Okay, so 9, and then 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 plus 5. Okay, let's transform this into 7 and then see. Okay, so in this case the median will be the median should be 6, 6, right? So 3 plus 1 plus 1, that is 5 plus 5, 11. And okay, so 11 is the answer. And if we were to transform it into 5, then 3, 2 plus 2, and then 6. Okay, so we can also get 10, which is better. Let me calculate again. 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5. Okay, so 10, yeah, 10 is the correct answer. Okay, so in this case it should be 10, I guess. What am I doing? Yes. Okay, so it gives 10. So I guess it works, and I don't think we have to worry out of bounds because of the constraints. Because for 2 this will be 0 and this will be Wait a second, for 2 this will be 0 and this will also be 0. What? Okay guys, so I think I have done something really stupid here. It should be this and then n by 2 plus, my god, I even forgot the million formula. I should go back to school and let's check it now. Hmm. N by 2 minus. Okay, so we are dealing with indexes. So this should be n by 2 minus 1 and n by 2. Okay, so I guess we have okay, so I guess this works. And let's try to submit. The CSES and then main submit. Okay, wrong answer for some test cases. Okay, so I guess I just need to convert it to long or something. Yes, I think this is an error related to overflow. Okay, I always keep getting overflow errors. So convert cost into long. And let me look at the constraints again. Okay, so it can be 10 to the power 9. So if we add 2 10 to the power 9s, it will still be in the range, right? Yes. So we don't have to worry about an overflow here. So it's fine if we keep median as int. Okay, and let's try submitting again. Okay, it works. But still, personally I think these type of questions are not good for an interview, because like like I just tried out some test cases and then I tried this approach based on a hunch, but I don't think in interview that is something that will impress the recruiter. So yeah, okay, so let's meet on some other questions someday.